friends. Welcome to Kusala TV. We are here at Empty Cloud Monastery in New Jersey. I am here with two esteemed Venerable Bhikkhunīs. The first Venerable is Venerable Bhikkhunī Sudarshanā, and welcome to our Dhamma chat. And the second Venerable seated next to me is Venerable Sudinnā, Bhikkhunī Sudinnā. And this will be a very short interview. I am very inspired by their example of being Bhikkhunīs and leading by example. And I would very kindly ask the Venerable Sudarshana to introduce herself, just giving us maybe her name and where she lives.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Bhikkhunī Sudarshanā. I am originally from Sri Lanka, but I live in Florida now almost 21 years. Today I arrived Empty Cloud Monastery for Bhikkhunī High Ordination tomorrow. Very happy to see all these monastics in the same temple. I became a nun when I was 16 years old, 1985. I got high ordination 1996 at Saranath, first revival of Bhikkhunī order in Sri Lanka. Now I am doing in religious service in Florida in America. Also my country back in Sri Lanka, I have my temple, Sri Dhammikaramaya. Very happy to be here, this monastery. This is first time visiting over here, New Jersey.
And she is one of the first 10 nuns, 10 Bhikkhunīs who received the full ordination status at Saranath. How amazing. So I am so delighted to have her presence in this short Dhamma series we are doing. And next to me, we have Venerable Bhikkhunī Sudinnā, and we both arrived almost at the same time at the Newark airport, and we had a lovely time chatting and coming to the Empty Cloud Monastery. She has been here a couple of times before, and I proposed to her kind of on the spot, can I please interview her, and she happily, somewhat reluctantly agreed because she's tired from all the travelings. They both are tired from travelling, and to Venerable Sudarshana, she faced a hurricane, two hurricanes, one after the other in Florida, but still her flight did not get cancelled, and she made it safely here. Venerable Sudarshana is here. I don't think she faced a hurricane recently, fortunately, but could you please introduce yourself very kindly to us? Yes. Just keep it next to you. Yeah.
My name is Sudinnā Bhikkhunī, and first of all, I am very happy to be here. This is my third time here. So this time I came here for an ordination. A Samaneri ordination was given earlier by Bhante, I think, for Satima, and now she is getting her higher ordination here, and we are all here for that. 10 Bhikkhunīs and 10 Bhikkhus. Wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, to give me my introduction, I'm straying away from that. I got my first ordination, Samaneri ordination from Bhante at Bhavana, and that was in 1999. I never forget that date, November 7th. So anyway, after that I went back to Sri Lanka, and then in 2002 I got my higher ordination. Then that was at Tapodanarame in Sri Lanka. Then in 2007 I came back to US as a Bhikkhunī, and Banteji, actually I went to Bhavana for the Vasa. Then I was to have gone to another place for, to stay. But Banteji said, no, you stay here. So I stayed about 5 years, I think, and that was the best time of my life because my teacher was there, Banteji. And actually, Banteji never gives us instructions. By looking at him, by seeing his example, we learn so much. And it was everything, like patience, how to approach, the Dhamma, Vinaya, so many things that we learn from being there. Then after that, in 2010, I think, I came away from Bhavana, and I stayed, went and stayed at Mahapajapati in Joshua Tree for a short time with Ayas Gunasari. Then I came to South Carolina. At that time, Ayasudhamma was there, and actually she was going to Australia for to stay or for whatever, and I stayed there after she had left the place and gone to Australia also. I stayed for a short time, and then the supporters there asked me to come and stay there because there was nobody. So I agreed, but that was also after the Vassa, because I was at Dhammadharini in California, and then came to South Carolina, and from that time now I have been staying there for 12 years.
Amazing.
So, that is the sort of introduction that I could give about my personal life. And we have programs there, meditation, then Dhamma talks, and on Poya days, on the full moon day, we have full days program where more people come on for meditation and other things like that. We don't have a lot of people, but there are people, some who come and then, join us. There are dedicated individuals who like to, do the meditations and listen to talks and discuss the suttas and so on. That's I think enough of an
Thank you
introduction.
so much. You were very generous. I know you did not want to go into details, but you were very generous in sharing a little bit of the journey as a monastic, as well as your inspiration to continue supporting the community for 12 years at South Carolina. They must be very fortunate there to receive this precious jewel of the Sangha. So now we are going over to Dhamma questions, and the first question, we can pass the mic over to Venerable Sudarshana. And it's a very simple question. How do we cultivate loving kindness? I think everybody will benefit from the answer.
Yeah, loving kindness means love to yourself first, then others.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha's teaching always first look after yourself. Attahi attano nato. Then without cultivate loving kindness within yourself, we cannot love to others. We have to love ourselves, means not the attachment. We have to take care of what we eat, what we doing. We have to think about yourself first. When we doing the cultivating the loving kindness, is very, very important. The Metta-Nisansa Sutra, when you practicing the loving kindness, there are 11 benefits. Is include the Metta-Nisansa Sutra. Sukam supati sukam patibunjati napakpakam supinam passati manussanam piyo hoti amanussanam piyo hoti. Like that, you can sleep very well, you can awake very well. You don't have any bad dreams. Manussanam piyo hoti. You are very dear to human beings. Also, you are very dear to unhuman beings. And napapakam supinam passadi, never had a bad dream. Devata rakkanti, all the deities protect you. You never get harm with poison or weapons, something like that. Also, when you die, you can die very peaceful mind. Also, after die, you can reborn is a very pleasant place.
Wow.
Like that, 11 benefits is include the Metta-Nisansa Sutra. First, we have to create within yourself the love and compassion. Then when we practice in the loving kindness meditation, we do, may I be well, happy and peaceful. When you think like that, well, happy, peaceful, think about the meaning of that. And think about all over your body, around your body, they're going that aura, and keep repeating to yourself and making positive energy within yourself. Then you can expand that loving kindness, compassion to other living beings. Next to you, also your all the family members, your parents, all your sisters and brothers, and all your relatives who lives in this monastery. After that, think about the surrounding this area. Also in this, in America, we can share our loving thoughts and loving compassion to all 50 different states. Not even that, we can think about sitting on yourself. You can imagine, you can release your positive energy to the universe. We can do more benefit. We cannot go to the different country and do things, but you can do your loving heart and share in your compassion. You can share your positive aura, positive energy, release energy to the universe. It will affect. We don't think about, but every day when you practice in meditation, loving kindness, compassion, that's positive energy released to the universe. It will heal the universe. Also, you can think about the in front you, also in far away. Also, you can share your loving thoughts within born people, also unborn people, visible people and invisible people. And that's a very, very important, powerful practice is loving kindness, compassion. It gives you the more than 11 benefit actually. The one sutra explains the 11 benefit, but you can see the peace and happiness within yourself. You can, that good peace and happiness is surround you, is create more peace and happiness. And it's very good benefit practice in the meditation. If you live 100 years within a virtue, But without practicing the meditation, it's no good. It's not worth. Your life is worth is practicing meditation and cultivate the meditation. That's a good life, is giving more benefit to your surrounding.
Amazing. That was a very comprehensive answer. Thank you. Thank you so much, Venerable Sudarshana, for that profound response to loving kindness. And next we are going over to Venerable Sudinnā, Bhikkhunī Sudinnā. The question for her would be the importance of sila. Could you please explain a little bit about sila from what you know? What is sila?
Sila, when you translate into English, is morality or virtue. So the morality that is for the lay people is a little different from the morality for the monastics. For the lay people, morality is actually bound by the 5 precepts. I think all of us know the 5 precepts: not to kill, not to steal, not to abuse the senses, not to lie, and not to take alcohol and drugs. So, but for the monastics also those 5 are there, but at the same time there are many more. Especially for the Bhikkhunīs there are 311, and for the monks 217. So therefore morality means actually virtue. That is, the virtue is kept in 3 ways. That is by action, by speech, and mind. With the mind also we can make good and also bad, right? Wholesome and unwholesome. So wholesome means sila. Then how we speak. Now especially now I'm going to talk more about our own monastic discipline. There is what you call 4 kinds of morality. That is the morality of restraint, with regard to the disciplinary code. That is called the Vinaya. And the second is the restraint of the senses. The third one is the livelihood, purification of livelihood. And the 4th one is morality with regard to the 4 requisites. Now, if I were to talk a little bit about that, now when you think of the Vinaya, there are many rules and regulations that the Buddha has sort of given us. And what the Buddha says is that Vinaya, if we keep the Vinaya, that means we can keep the Sila also. But of course there are some Vinaya rules that of course are a little obsolete, I think. So that I'm not going into all those things now. But the restraint of the senses is something to do with both lay people as well as monastics, especially the monastics. Because that is something that if we do not restrain our senses, we could be doing a lot of unwholesome things. Like with regard to the senses, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the 6 senses, we may use it in an unwholesome way and create bad karma for ourselves. For the lay people, of course, there is restraint of the senses. Now, for instance, like if you are married and you try to have other relations, that is not very wholesome. For monastics, of course, entirely sexual, any kind of sexual interaction is not approved, and we cannot do these things. So, restraint of the senses is not only about that kind of thing, but also about other things like how to use the four requisites. You know, we have the four requisites, that is the robes, the food, the medicine, and what's the other one?
The lodgings.
Lodgings, shelter. So now if we are not satisfied with what we have, santutti paramang dhanang, Buddha says, which means that we must be satisfied with what we have. Even as monastics, there are certain people who are not satisfied, and they try to find more and more, and then we are creating bad, unwholesome karma. That is with regard to all four, whether it is shelter, whether it is medicine, or whether it is food or robes. So all four, we must be satisfied with what we have. That is one of the things that is called restraint of the senses. It's called Indriya Samvara.
Indriya Samvara.
So, when you think of Sila, now the topic is Sila. Sila is not only just following rules like that, but Sila is something that we have to cultivate throughout our monastic life. I think Sila is not only for monastics but also for lay people. But for us, Sila is the first step. That is the foundation for our, for the rest of our
practice.
Yes. If we do not have Sila, we cannot have Samadhi. When we try to sit down for meditation, without Sila, it is impossible to concentrate, because all kinds of other wandering, the mind starts wandering, and we start getting restless, and all the hindrances come, and therefore it will be impossible to concentrate. No Samadhi. So therefore, Sila is very, very important, an important part of our life. Not only as monastics, but also as lay people. So, when you think of Sila, now the Buddha has instructed us how to give even instructions to others, now maybe our pupils, maybe our association with the lay people, and so on, how we should keep our Sila while we are having any kind of relationship with anybody. So now, for instance, there is this rule about not being alone in with. Now we are Bhikkhunīs. We should not be alone with any male in a secluded place, for instance. Not that we are not. We should not talk to them or give the Dhamma to them and all that. But that is one of the rules, and that is just to protect our Sila. So there are many instances of where people have broken the rules, and therefore it is one of the one of the most important factors that that govern our or that rules our monastic life. So sila, samadhi, panya. That's how it goes. So without sila we cannot have samadhi, and without samadhi we cannot have wisdom. And wisdom is not something that we can get out of books or listening to other people, but it is something that has to come from within by real practice. So therefore I think sila is the most important, though it is not regarded as such. Now there are some people who come and then try to sit down for meditation, but they don't have any sila. So then they come and complain that they couldn't concentrate, their mind started wandering and all kinds of things. So therefore sila as the foundation of our practice, I think we all should follow it with thinking about action as well as verbal action and the mind. Through the mind also. Now see how the Buddha says in the first verse of the Dhammapada, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma, Mano Setta Manomaya. It's the mind that makes you, keep the seed. The mind is the maker. The mind is the master. That's how it goes. So therefore, even with the mind, we can, do unwholesome things by thinking unwholesome things. Because it is the mind that dictates to the body what to do. So therefore, we have to restrain the mind, restrain the body, restrain our verbal actions. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that very beautiful answer. Thank you, Venerable Sudinnā. So, because we are running out of time, maybe we will not go for comprehensive questions, but these are like one-word questions, right? What is the Pali word for meditation?
Bhavana.
Amazing. Over to her.
Bhavana.
What is the Pali word for mindfulness?
Sati.
Amazing. And for you, what is, how do we completely understand Sabba Papasa Akaranam?
Sabba Papa Sakaran, that's all the Buddha's teaching. Not our great Supreme Buddha. All the Buddha's teaching is Sabba Papa Sakaranam, Kusalasa Upasampada, Sachitta Pariyodapana, Etam Buddhan Sasana. All the advice from all the Buddhas is Sabba Papa Sakaranam. Prevent from unwholesome things. And Kusalasa Upasampada, cultivate good thing, wholesome thing. Sachitta Pariyodapana, purify your mind. There's three things. When Buddhas arrived to the world, all the Buddha's advice is for the followers. There's three things. Avoid from unwholesome thing, and cultivate good thing, and purify your mind. Prevention, cultivation, and purification.
Wow.
And there's the many other example is similes. When you garden in something, first you have to do clean the ground, pull all the weeds and clear the ground, and that's the prevention. Make a ground perfectly. Then second one is prevention and cultivation. Whatever you want to seed the plant, then plant it, cultivate. And third one is purification through the meditation. When you put the seed in the ground to the flower bed, then we put the seed and you just let it there. It's not growing.
Yeah.
You have to time you have to pull the weeds and take care of that, like purification, like a meditation. Like we live in the world, we are not arahant, we are not the perfect people. Then we got many unwholesome thoughts come to our mind. Then we have to prevent, we have to be purify and through the meditation, through very mindfulness, what we doing, what we act, what we think. That's all the Buddha's teaching: prevention, cultivation, and purification.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Venerable Sudarshana. So these two Bhikkhunis are beautiful expressions of the universe, I must say. And look how much wisdom they just shared in such a short time. And that shows how the four assemblies of Sangha, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka and Upasika, how important their presence is. And that is all I will say. And from Venerable Bhikkhunī Sudinnā, we learned something beautiful, more dharma and less drama. So like more good karma, less drama in the world. And she implied that in her response as well. So thank you to these two Venerables for very generously sharing their wisdom with us. And may all of us benefit from that wisdom, and may the two Venerables be blessed with Ayu, Vanna, Sukha, Bala and Prajna. May they...
You also.
Thank you.
You also enjoy these four things, these four factors. And also thank you very much for inviting us and for this interview. So may you be able to attain to the heights of Dhamma in this life itself.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it very much.
First time I see you.
Right. It's
very
going.
precious time, and
Yes.
thank you for supporting the Bhikkhunī Sangha. It's
Absolutely.
very rare.
Absolutely.
And, we are blessing.
Absolutely. It's one of my goals in life to support them. So we are doing it in very small ways. Thank you so much. And until soon.